Alright guys, welcome back to another exciting tutorial. In this tutorial we want to take a look at how to import image in our project. So there are two ways. There are two ways basically. Let me just show you. You can put images in your source folder, and at the same time you can put images in the public folder. If you want an image that's going to be widely accessible to globally, you put it here. But if you have a specific component where you actually really want to insert your images, you can put it in source. So sometimes you might see me putting image in the public, and you might see me putting image in source. So when you're putting image in source folder, how can you do it? You can easily right click and probably create an asset folder. You just call it new folder, call it asset, call it assets, and this asset you can actually put all your images, or you can probably just put it inside a public folder. There's a particular image I deleted in here, so that image is regarded as is known as the logo.svg. So I want to migrate it back into the application. So you can see it's already in the class, so you can download it from there. I just want to migrate it and put it back in source. Okay, so can it work like that? Okay, so if it's not working like that, I have to right click and copy the image. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to post the image inside my app. I'll locate my source and I'll post that image there. So let's say for instance the image is an extension of .svg. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to go back and go back to my VS Code. So if you are putting image in the SVG in the source, so what you're going to do is that you're going to import that image from the SVG. So I can say import, so you have to give it a name anyway, so you can say import logo, you can imagine. So I good from, all right, you can say, because it is in the same folder directly, you can just say logo.svg. Can see because you've not successfully used this particular logo before, is not going to be clean, it's not going to be clearly shown. So you have to make it to be what clearly shown. So what you're going to do, you can have an image tag under the header. So I just want to show you how it goes. You can just say img. This is just a basic HTML tag. You just hit on enter, you can see it's going to ask you source. So in React, if you want to import something in a dynamic way, you use open and close curly brace. So this is the name of the logo you are talking about. Just type logo in there. So okay, by the time you do that, that means you have successfully import the logo. You can see from that unclear right up, it's now getting clear. Now it is now, you can now see it very well. So that is how to import logo image from the source. So import it, and because we are saying this / means they are in the same folder directory. App.js is in the same folder directory with the logo.svg. That's why I'm saying /. If it is inside the folder, probably I put the image inside asset. So I'm going to say, let's say for instance I put it inside asset. I am going to say /assets /logo. So that's how I'm going to do it. But the image is in the same source folder with the app.js. That's why I'm saying it this way. So let's load it. I'm going to save it right now, and let's check it out what we're going to have at the end of the day. Okay, we are not having something clear. So it's because sometimes you have to npm start. You have to start your application before everything load. I'm going to explain as we move on using nodemon, but let's just figure it out right now. If you're saving and nothing is changing, you have to restart the app. Okay, so let's say npm start. So by the time you do that, let's see what's going to happen. It's going to load for some few seconds until it gets everything started. All right, okay, it's already loading. All right, you can see everything has been loaded. Okay, good. So you can see the image is now loaded. Okay, so I just want to show you real quick and how it's going to be visible. So let's say for instance I don't want to put it in the source. I can decide to put this particular image inside probably the public. So if I want to do that, how am I going to make that one happen? You can see this is a little bit bigger. You can probably give it a class name, because that is how exactly it was. So it's bigger because can give it a class name. You can see a class name of if you want to make it smaller, you can give it a class name of app logo so that it's going to be smaller. So this is the way React actually did it if you are starting right from the start. So you can see, let me just you can see everything is now balanced now. Okay, good. So you can see now. All right, so let's now say, for instance, now you don't want to put that image in the excuse me, you want to put that particular image in the public folder. This one is very easy. So what I'm going to do is just let's say I want to migrate it from here. I just want to break it down to public. You can drag it. So by the time you drag it and move it, it's going to ask you, do you want to move it? You say yes. So you can easily come back to app. So this one you don't need it any longer. You're just going to remove it. And this one you're just going to say, okay, it's no more going to be dynamic any longer. You're going to say /logo.svg. So this is how you're going to actually do it. By the time you save it, it's still going to give you the same result. Okay, you can see it's going to give you the same result. All right, so that is that. So you can now see the difference between importing logo if it's in the source folder, and say importing logo if you are putting it, importing images if you are using it directly from the public. There's nothing like curly brace. You just import it like that with the extension. And if you are importing it from the source, you have to make sure that you use the import, give it a name. You can give it, I give it a logo because I know it's a logo, and I ensure that I trace the directory, and by the time I want to use it, I ensure that the attribute is in curly brace. So this is basically what I want you to understand. Hope you actually enjoy this concept. You're going to be importing a lot of images, so the best way is to learn what exactly you need to know before you start importing images. So in the next tutorial, we're going to take a deep look at how we can start styling. These are the basic things that a lot of people don't really explain in what the YouTube videos that we watched, and how to actually do some basic things. We just be importing and exporting, but we don't know why the reason why we're doing all sorts of things. And that is why I'm trying to simplify this for you guys so that you get it very clearly. Okay, this is where I'm actually going to stop for now, and I can't wait to have you in the next tutorial. Until then, bye and have fun.